So we got the Chetia Mafia coming again, huh? This family is producing so many wonderfully prize-winning young adults. Next up is Aditya Chetia, young adult honorable mention and third prize poem winner, as well as an excerpt which he will read from his third prize prose called Luster of Luminescence.
Hello. My sister wrote poetry for many years, so of course I concentrated on prose. When she went off to Northwestern University, I decided to see what she had found so fascinating. This is my very first poem. Welcome. Brisk breeze flows over me and rings the chimes ahead. Silver cylinders swinging as autumn opens his door. The sculpted maiden here in the garden continues tipping water into her basin as autumn opens his door. Branches move to and fro, leaves raining red and gold on Mother Nature's floor as autumn opens his door. As you can probably tell, I'm hooked. Along with writing poetry and prose, I spend my free time playing basketball. So, it was completely natural when our poetry teacher introduced us to Wordsworth's poem about a rainbow making his heart leap and asked us to write a similar one, that I would choose this fantastic sport. Buzzer beater. Sprinting, stopping on a dime. A shooter, he swerves, but not in crime. Leaping, he lets go with flair, sending the ball like a dagger in air. In the stands, thousands turn their heads, eyes widen, feelings churn. The crowd with one question, will this fear sink into its haven? In it drops as red lights flash, the buzzer sounds, so ends the clash. Defeated, one side wailing, my heart leaps up, my side sailing. Thank you. I can't tell you how proud I am to have been asked to read my poetry for you today. And now, on to prose. As a sophomore, we had a unit on fairy tales and their impact on children. My teacher asked us to select one and change it in a way as to convey healthier values. An excerpt from my fractured fairy tale, Luster of Luminescence. A golden ray spread across the floor, and suddenly, with the light, a tree spirit appeared. Dressed all in green, with an elfish smile, he removed his pointed hat and bowed. "At your service, fair maid," he announced. "I stand perfectly capable of spinning this moldy straw into the finest grain ever grown in this kingdom, but only for a price." "Anything you want," she exclaimed, desperate to forsake her miserable life as the miller's daughter, aka a spy for a wedding to a handsome king. "My name is Luster, and I want the information you have on the underground society's plot to overthrow the king," he exclaimed. "But for what purpose?" she replied, stunned by the unexpected statement. "I, too, wish to rid Luminescence of him." After telling him every bit of anti-king material she knew, he tirelessly spun grain out of straw as the day passed. Soon, His Majesty approached, and the little double agent scooted behind a tapestry. Upon entering the chamber, to his great surprise, King Effulgent saw the grain. Around the spinning wheel where Regina sat, it positively glowed in piles of what looked like the finest he had ever seen. In one night, she had provided enough to feed his subjects for several weeks. Exhilarated, he cried, "My people are saved! My people are saved!" And I hope you could guess what fairy tale I fractured. Rumpelstiltskin by the Brothers Grimm. Thanks again for being such a wonderful audience.